guys, today I have a review on the new Huda Beauty palette. This is called the Empowered palette and this was sent for review purpose. I can't even tell you guys how excited I am because this was something that was on my wish list and I have been eyeing it ever since they started showing like the previews and stuff on Instagram. I will say this palette is $67. It will be available October 3rd on her website, and then I'm not sure when it's going to be on Sephora. If I can find any of that information, it will be in the link down below. Also, I will be doing other looks on my Instagram, so if you're not following me over there, I will put my name across the screen, and also my link is down below. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in. And first off, this is the packaging on the outside. It says Empowered. It's just a gold box. Very, very beautiful. And then on the back, it actually tells you that you can scan the palette and it has a QR code. It also has Braille on here, which was very different that I've never seen on any palette, to be honest. And I thought that that was a cool touch to it as well. And the palette is made in Italy, which I really enjoy formulations that are made in Italy. They just are very, very smooth and really nice. I really enjoy, like when most companies say that something's made in Italy, it usually is really, really great quality. Now, if you scan the palette itself, the palette has a QR code based on the center of the palette where it says power, and it opens up to this website that says win a mentorship session with Huda Beauty to empower your dreams. And you can actually have like three winners will actually have a group mentorship with her. And if you know, she is a businesswoman. She started her own beauty line, which is Huda Beauty. She's actually done skincare as well with Glowish. And I think that that's very awesome that she has that available to anyone that wants to learn from her or, you know, get their foot in the door and like learn as much as they can from her. Now, the palette itself, this is what it looks like on the outside. It's gray and black, and then it has the Empowered on the front in gold. Very similar to the tones that are in the inside. It has like grayish, blacks, golds in the inside, so I thought that that was really nice. It kind of goes with her theme of using her eyes for a lot of her palettes, and you can see that across quite a few of her palettes with her eyes on the front. And the inside, I will go ahead and show you guys a close-up shot. Let's see if my camera will focus for a second. And here is the close-up of the palette. And you can see all the names on here. All the names are very, very positive, like purpose, confidence, keep going, get it. I love when things have very positive names. That's just kind of my vibe. Bold moves, do it. So I really enjoyed the message behind the names of the shadows themselves. And this has two gel hybrids that are base, liner, or eyeshadow. It has two chromatic metallics, one crushed flake gold, two high shine wet shimmers, two soft metallic pearl shadows, and 9 velvety matte. Now, I will be showing close-ups of the palette across the screen. I'm not sure if it's going to be here to the side or fully on the screen, and also swatches of all the shades. I didn't use any primer, I just kind of built them up with my finger. And this palette does have different kind of textures in it. Some of them are easy to kind of guess which ones were which. On the pamphlet that I did receive, it doesn't say which ones are which. Hopefully when she launches this October 3rd on her website, it will kind of go more into that. If I have to correct any of those, I will put them down below. But in my guesstimation of this, I will let you guys know there are some that are obvious. For example, Purpose and Worthy. These are the gel hybrids. The other two are the chromatic metallics, and I feel like that is Limitless and Charisma. Both of these, when you swatch them and touch them, they're very similar in tone as far as like the formula. The two high shine wet shimmers to me is Bold Moves and Do It. And then it says that there's two soft metallic pearl shadows, which is Visionary and Courageous. Now, I'm not sure that this is right. I'm just going based on how they feel in swatch and, you know, like the texture themselves. The mattes are easy to determine because they're literally mattes. And then it says there's one crushed flake gold. Now, when you guys saw the palette, like the close-up, you'll see that Manifested, which is this shadow right here, is the only one that has like a big chunk of like clear like gel formula in the middle. and it is a sort of gold. It's just more of a subdued gold compared, like once you like swatch it, it's almost like a rose. No, not a rose. I don't know. It's like a neutral gold. That's what it looks like. It's like a neutral gold. That's how I would describe it. So it's more of like a neutral gold tone, and it's the only one that has a very, very different formula to compare to the rest. And because there's only one crushed flake gold in the description here, I want to say that that is manifested. I'm not sure if I'm right or not, so don't kill me, but I think that that is the different formulations in here. And I really enjoy that she has different formulations in her palettes. They're always so beautiful, so different, and that's what gravitates me to actually purchasing a lot of her palettes. Is it kind of like brings that bang, like that difference to like your eyes, and I absolutely love that. Now for some comparisons, a lot of these are very, very different, but I still wanted to show them to you guys just in case you have some of our other palettes and were curious. As far as the packaging goes, they are all very, very different. The ones that have her eyes on the front that I own is the Mercury Retrograde and then the New Nude, and as you can see there, they're very, very different compared to the Empowered. Just totally different vibe from each one. And then the only one that I was gifted was the rose quartz, and as you can see there, it has like the whole stone effect that's very beautiful. And then I bought this one as well myself, and this is the Naughty Nude. When I first saw this palette, I was like, is that giving me Naughty Nude vibes? Because it has some of those more richer, like darker, deeper tones to it. But we're gonna go ahead and show you guys that all of these are very, very different, and you know, if they have any similarities, I will show you guys. So first up is the New Nude, and as you can see there, this is more on the like cranberry, more rosy undertones to it. So this is totally different from the Empowered one. You don't have to worry whatsoever. As you can see there, these are totally different vibes. Some of the nudes in here, like maybe that middle shade right here, is similar to the bottom one down here. But overall, they are different. When I swatch them on my finger, they have different undertones to them, so none of the shades are comparable. Next up is the Mercury Retrograde, another one that is totally different from this one. You will never have like a dupe or anything that's similar. Even the peachy undertone ones and neutral ones are different in undertones, so none of them are similar whatsoever. And then even the Gold Glitch compared to the what is this? The Bold Moves, they are different ones as well. They're similar, but they are different as far as undertones as well. So that was the only one that I felt that was somewhat similar, but even then it was different. Next up is the Rose Quartz. This is one of my absolutely favorite ones. Just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful purples in here. So this one has some of those cool tones as far as the grays go. They are different when you swatch them though, so they are different as far as like the undertone. So you would think that this gray here is similar to this one right here, but they are different. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch them, and you can definitely see that one's just a little bit darker than the other. The one from the new Empowered one is darker, and the one from the Rose Quartz is a lighter shade. And so yeah, so the undertones really change and they're not similar whatsoever. So yeah, so you do get full on different shades in each one of these palettes. The last one that I want to compare is the Naughty Nudes to the Empowered. I feel like when I first saw this palette online, the first thing that came to me was my Naughty Nudes palette, and I was like, is this just the Naughty Nudes with a few gray tones in there? But then the more I saw swatches and the more I looked at my Naughty Nudes, the more I noticed that it wasn't. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up on the screen so you guys can see the difference. As you can see there, the Naughty Nudes on the top has more warm tones. The one on the bottom has some of these warm tones, but it also has a nice cool variety in there. It's like a good mixture. I love that you can use these both together and get very beautiful looks, because a lot of the shades from here will look beautiful with these mixed in. So I feel like this is a good palette to conjoin together or to use together. And some of the shades in here are similar, but their undertones are very, very different. These up here are either darker than the ones down here, or you know, they have different undertones. Even the dark brown that's in the center of the Empowered compared to the ones in the Naughty Nude are different as well. For example, this is Confident right here, and then this is Spicy from the Naughty Nudes. And as you can see there, they're very, very similar. I think that those are the only two that are very similar out of all the palettes. Other than that, they are completely different undertones or different shades. So I feel like that's the only one that's literally going to look the same. If you use either or, you're not going to tell the difference between Spicy or Confident, which are that dark brown. But other than that, I feel like all of them are different and have different tones to them. They're all unique and beautiful in their own way. Next, we're going to jump into the tutorial so you guys can see how I got this halo look. For the try on portion, I thought we could do a halo eye. I am having, like, my eyes are a little bit more hooded than normal because of all the Botox that's in my forehead right now. I feel like with time that will soften up a little bit, so I'm just kind of winging it right now. It's something totally different for me. This is my first Botox experience for sure. But I'm just gonna take this small little brush from Sigma. This is the E21, and I thought we could go into this liner, and this is called Worthy. And we're just gonna put this down as a base, and I'm gonna just do one eye on camera. So I'm just gonna do Worthy here on the inner corner, and then just use a little bit of this on the outer corner as well. And it just feels so weird because the more I try to lift my eyes like I normally do, the more I get like a headache from the Botox, which totally sucks. So I think I'm going to get less units the next time I go, or I might just stop doing it altogether. We'll see. Okay, so we have Worthy down, and I'm just going to use another brush to kind of just pat that into place. Using that same brush, I'm going to set that and use the shade Winner and apply that on top. To blend out the edges of this, I'm going to use the shade Big Dreams, which is just a bit of a taupey shade here. It's like a grayish taupe shade. And we're just gonna go into the edges of that and blend. And this brush is the Blend Bunny B2. I'm using really small brushes because, like I said, I can't really bring up my forehead because of all the Botox in there, and I don't really have that much more room to work with. So I have to really close my eye and go from there. Then I'm taking a brush that doesn't have anything and just cleaning up those edges and really cleaning up, like just blending in those inner parts. And then I'm gonna use the shade Bold Moves, which is this gorgeous, like really cool tone gold, and put that in the center. And definitely look for my Instagram because I will be doing more looks with this palette, like a crap ton of looks. And we're just going to pat this in the center. Oh my God. This is just such a gorgeous shade. Woo! Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with a brush with nothing on it and just blend that on the top. And that is the halo. Oh my God, I swear to God, like it feels so weird to not be able to like extend my eyebrow up, which is something that I was so used to, and it actually gives me a headache to not be able to do that. Okay, and then on the bottom lash line, we're gonna do the same steps. So I'm gonna go in with Worthy and just apply that liner here on the outer edge. And then I'm gonna set that with Winner. And then using the same E21, I'm gonna go in with Big Dreams and just kind of go along the edge of that. So basically the same pattern underneath. And this is just something super simple. And then I'm gonna use that same brush. I'm just wiping it off on my little towel here. And then I'm gonna go into Bold Moves. And we're just gonna pop that in the center. And blend. And if you can hear snoring, it's my dog. He's asleep right there on the floor. And this is what the look looks like. We're gonna pop on some lashes, finish the other eye, finish the whole face. Like I said, my eye's like a little bit more hooded than normal because I have Botox here and it's just bringing down this whole area. Usually I'd be able to like lift my brows and show you guys like the look, but I'm gonna have to wait for this to wear off some, and then I think that if I keep getting Botox, I will definitely get like half the units that I got because I just feel like it's too much for me. But let me finish this off camera and let's talk about my final thoughts. And here is the finished look from the palette. I went ahead and popped on this gold wig to kind of go with the whole look. I really enjoy this palette. I'm gonna keep playing with it, keep vibing with it. Definitely follow me on Instagram. If not, I will be sharing the videos that I do as shorts here as well. I see that a lot of you guys have been liking more of that short form content. And yeah, I will continuously share more on this palette. I want to know if you guys are going to be picking it up. Is it on your wish list? I know it was on mine, and I was going to pick it up because I really enjoy that she adds like different like textures and different like oomph to the palette. That's what kind of makes it fun for me and different, is the fact that she has those different kind of formulas in here. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you excited? Are you not excited? I'd love to hear from you down below. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.